Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Trump said yesterday, last night. Okay, I think we're here. He said, as I said on Friday night aboard Air Force One to the fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein file. Yes! That means tomorrow we're getting the vote for the Epstein files. Yes! You heard your boy. You heard your boy. I heard your boy. I saw it. I saw it. He said it. I don't want nobody come back to me later and say that he didn't say. He wrote it right here. He wrote it right here on True Social. It says, because we have nothing to hide. He says, it's time to move on from this Democratic host penetrated by the radical left lunatic in order to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party, including our current recent victory on a Democrat shutdown. All right, so let's just fix this a little bit. So, it was the MAGA community that wanted the Epstein file to be released. Because sometimes, you get a little good, and with a little good, you get a little lie. But, let's dissect this a little bit. First of all, it was MAGA community, MAGA brothers and sisters who wanted the Epstein file released. They're the one that pushed for the narrative to get it released because they felt that Bill Clinton and the Democrats was all over it. And the Democrats, according to the MAGA community, are a bunch of perv. So let's put that out there. So that part is wrong. So I would say it's time to move on from the file, the mission perpetrated by the MAGA community in order to show the losing streak of what's been going on with the Republican Party. That's what I was saying. But anyway, let me just not reword him. Let's continue because he said he wants the file released. That's the happy thing today. So he said the Department of Justice has already turned over tens of thousands of pages to the public on Epstein. No, that's not true. The Department of Justice just turned over some notes that was currently already out there. There is a whole justice file that has not been released, and that's what everybody's waiting for. That's what they're gonna vote on, because if it was already released by DOJ, then there wouldn't be a vote tomorrow to release it from DOJ. So I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. So the Department of Justice are looking at various Democrat operatives, Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, and etc. How did he know all these names? That's what I know. I would like to know. Has anybody asked that question? How does he know all these names associated with Epstein if he had absolutely nothing to do with Epstein? Now everybody said, oh, Blake, he will know Bill Clinton, but I don't remember hearing anything about no Reid Hoffman. I don't even know who Reid Hoffman is. I don't remember seeing anything about Reid Hoffman. And I don't know anything about Larry Summers. Who's Larry Summers? How does he know these names? But anyway, he said he's going to release the files. At the end of the day, that's what we're talking about today. I'm so excited. Okay, and their relationship with Epstein. The House Oversight Committee can have whatever they are legally entitled to. All right. This is what we're going to get into some. What do you mean by legally entitled to? But that's okay. He said, I don't care. All I do care about is that the Republican get back on point, which is the economy and affordability, where we are winning big. Did I tell you the story the other day when I tried to go get my bar of chocolate that was $5.99 and now it's $7.99, and I had to buy a smaller version of a different brand? Did I tell you that? Yeah, things are not affordable. We can't even buy chocolate anymore. That was crazy. I just bought it $5.99 2 months ago. Now it's $7.99. That's insane. Anyway, our victory in reducing inflation from the highest level in history is practically nothing. That's not true. Bringing down prices for the American people. That's not true. Delivering historic tax cut. Oh, we owe a lot of taxes over here. Gaining trillions of dollars of investment into America, a record. That's not true. The rebuilding of our military. The military is suffering because the government closed down the other day, and there were some people who couldn't pay their mortgages because their family members is in the military. But okay, securing our border, maybe that's true. because nobody's coming in anymore. But okay, deporting criminal illegal aliens. No, he's actually trying to deport his own supporters, husbands and wives and children. But okay, ending men and women's sports. Okay, stopping transgender for everyone. There's still transgender. In fact, this Tish person had an argument and had a heart attack the other day, where she had got into a physical altercation because two trans women was actually in the same um, locker room as she went viral. So transgender people are still there. They still going to the gym. They're still in the locker room. But okay, and so much more. Nobody cares about the Jeffrey Epstein when he was alive. That's not true. You cared about it. You cared about it because you try to keep him hidden. You try to keep him into your dark secret. So apparently you cared about him. Also, all our friends in the MAGA community cared about him because it was the MAGA community, God bless them, who actually fought and continued to fight to get the Epstein file released. It was the one. They were the one that asked Fox News, all of them before the Democrats even got into it. It was the MAGA community, the MAGA family, who insisted that everybody who was running for office was going to help release the files. There's multiple clips. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess the MAGA community was the first to care about the Epstein file. Now, you have the Democrats that care mentally. Like, the Democrats is like, wait a minute, what? The MAGA community care about the Epstein file? So now we care about the Epstein files. We really care about the Epstein file. So saying that nobody cared about the Epstein file, at least the Epstein file. You said that nobody cared about Epstein when he was alive. Oh, I should say, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, the victims cared about Epstein. They cared that they got justice. The victims are hurt that it took this long. So the victims care a lot about the Epstein and the Epstein files. So, to say that nobody cared about the Epstein files is actually a lie. A lot of people cared about the Epstein files. This is why they've been fighting over and over again for the release. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure I put it out there because I think what he said there was, was just, he's just lying. He's just lying. But we're used to it, right? We're used to old boy lying. So anyway, as we go, but he said that Epstein and the person that the victims was cared about Epstein being alive and living free and enjoying his life after he caused so much suffering to them. So